The work we're doing at Veolia is absolutely bringing access to the water for people. To be able to have this job to help keep our rivers clean and our lake clean is the greatest thing I could ask to be doing with my time. It feels good. You're accomplishing something that is truly helping everybody in the community I was born and raised in. Water is our greatest resource. We all need it to survive. Veolia is 100% doing great work.
When we wanted to expand access for folks in need of bikes, we turned to Veolia. The result, the new Veolia EcoPass program that has dramatically increased access to our bike share system for folks all throughout our community, connecting students to schools, people looking for work with employers, the community with parks. Thanks to our partnership with Veolia, Bubbler Bikes is serving more people than ever before. Those are Milwaukee values.
I'm Jim Plaisted. I'm the Executive Director of the Historic Third Ward Association and also
we're doing
a
at
resident
Veolia
of the Historic Third Ward.
This morning, good morning, DJ.
Good morning.
Good morning, Right Out.
Bishop, chairman of the board.
Hey, Right
Good
Out,
morning.
did you
Yes,
know
sir.
that there's a missionary that was abducted in Niger, and his last name was Right Out?
Really?
Yep,
Wow. R-I-D-E-O-U-T.
Right Out.
No. I mean, because some people spell it R-I-D-E and then there's a space in between and it's O-U-T. So it was no space in between?
No, it was Right
Okay.
Out.
Okay. Well, no, because I'm saying it's two different sets of,
Right Out?
Yeah.
I think he's white.
yeah. I mean, I got some white right outs in my family. Yeah.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah.
True that. Anyway, so y'all, welcome to the program this morning. We might have an interview, and so they're working on that little technical piece there. Let me, boy, I tell you, man, some of the perks of being part of the WNOV family. Yesterday after the program, had a chance to talk to Will Martin, and that was a great conversation. And so then Alex and Mary Ellen, but Alex said, "Hey Keith," first I thought him said, "I want to see you down in the basement." And I'm going, "Hey, when Joe Pesci went in the basement in Goodfellas,
he didn't come back up.
he didn't come back.
Hi, Keith. Meet me in the basement. I said no.
But they took me up there, and upstairs was really nice. It was really nice up there. So we're upstairs, and man, they had all these albums from Second Street.
Wow.
I'm talking, some of these albums are 50 years old.
Wow.
So man, I was like a kid in a candy shop, man. And I didn't get a chance to go down to Squeeze Box on my birthday because I couldn't walk. So and I was telling Rhonda that yesterday. But yeah, man, I got some good ones, man. I got that Commodores live album that they did.
Nice.
Best of the Delphonics. Didn't I blow your mind this time? Didn't I? The Delphonics and Stylistics go back to when I was. Stylistics.
Stylistic.
Go back to when I was at Parkman, and we used to have. They call it the sock hop. And so during the lunch hour, after lunch, you could go to sock hop. You go to the movies. There was one other. The library. You could go. So the sock hop was where you go to dance. Never happened for me. 13 sucked, man.
There's something about that number. You hate
13
that number.
sucked, man. Oh my God, what a tough age, man. Now, watch this. I was 13 for you.
It was straight.
See, I knew it. You had no bad teen years.
I mean, teenage years, not really. I mean, it was 13. I was seventh grade. And my mom kicked me off the team.
That's
in seventh grade. Yeah. I was cutting up.
No. So you kicked yourself off
Because you're 13.
How you gonna blame your mama for something you was doing?
I didn't blame her.
I thought you said, man, your mama kicked you off the team.
She did.
No, you kicked yourself off the team.
I ain't kicked myself off the team. Because if I had a choice, I would have still been playing.
Self-injected.
Yeah.
Self-injected.
I'm gonna inject myself.
Yeah, but
Something about your mama.
Yeah,
but
13 sucked for you,
13
man.
was straight.
No, man. 13 was cool for me. I was playing.
So what was your toughest teenage year?
16.
16. Okay.
Yeah.
16 was like my best.
16.
Oh,
'cause I was-
16 was, oh.
Yeah, because I think that's when we're fighting and all that other stuff.
17 was tough because 17 you almost grown, but you're not grown. You know, but man, 13 sucked. 13 was like my worst. My worst teen year was 13.
Now,
16 was great.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I think it was 7th grade, man. That's when I became a man.
So I never really got in too much trouble when I was a teenager. So I probably got suspended from 13 to 14, maybe 2 times.
What? You got suspended?
Not
Yeah.
D Jizzle.
And then my freshman year, I got suspended.
You got suspended?
And then after that, I never
I never got
had
suspended.
Man,
Yeah,
I
I
got
got
suspended. So
Now some 72s went home. Now but no, man, I never got suspended.
Oh yeah,
That's a bridge too far.
No, I will.
You would have never met me.
I mean, before I was a teenager, I used to have quite a few fights.
Okay, I can see that, but I didn't get suspended.
yeah, man.
I mean, if you do it in school, you're gonna get suspended.
and I think mine was.
Well,
I was
no,
clowning, I really got suspended.
not at Parton. Not at Parton. I don't know. Maybe some people did get suspended for fighting.
But we talking about 2 different generations.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, well, no, he do have a point.
No, he don't have a point.
I do have a
He
point.
don't have a point.
I don't know nobody that got into a fight.
Yeah, he does not have a point.
Yeah, I do have a point. I don't know nobody that got into a fight that didn't get suspended.
I'm
in
telling you,
school.
man. I don't.
You talking about y'all didn't get suspended? That's a difference.
It's like the old NBA.
A difference. It's a difference.
The NBA in the 80s. You know, a fight a game.
Right.
You know, I mean, it was just part
It
of
was
the
just
culture.
a regular
It
foul.
was part of the culture.
Didn't
you
even
know?
get a check.
I never got suspended.
Yeah, I got
I
suspended.
never got suspended. Like I said, some 72s went home. Everybody knows 72s was kind of like a semi-suspension. and your mom was supposed to sign them and you come back, or she's supposed to contact the school. I forged my mom's name on all the 72s. The only 72 that my mom
was a 72.
72 it wasn't a suspension.
It was just like a letter.
It's a
Yeah,
disciplinary
it was
thing.
like a pink slip, wasn't it?
Now the pink slip mean you've been canceled.
Yeah, man. Oh, I got a whole bunch of those.
Oh, and I'm gonna tell you the worst: central office suspension.
Oh my God.
Oh,
yeah.
you got a central office suspension?
Yeah, I won that for like a week or something like that.
Oh man, that was deep. I mean, we
Yeah.
talking elite now.
Yeah,
That's
when
outside
you
the
in
school.
trouble,
That's
so-
close to expulsion.
Yeah, because your mama got to come to the meeting and they sit down
Oh,
and have
your
a
mom's
meeting
supposed to come to the meeting when you get suspended anyway.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
8th
but when
grade
they
year,
go to the,
I got suspended the week of graduation.
so what was it?
Wow.
Wow.
No, they told us we would always be playing around. I'm always playing around. So, you know, we used to dunk on people, like
Oh, yeah,
slap
yeah,
on
yeah,
the wall
yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
So they was like, all right, man, next person to do that, you know what I'm saying? You getting suspended. I ain't have no self-control back
So
then.
you did it.
So I did it anyway. And then the dude, it was irritating because the dude who I dunked on, he got the embellishing it and everything. And so the teacher gonna look, what happened? Who did it?
Yeah.
So then I got suspended.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Then freshman year I got into an argument with somebody. That was crazy.
Juvenile delinquent.
No, hey, but for like freshman kill day and all of those things like that, did y'all get in trouble for that?
No, it was probably a freshman kill day, but it skipped me. Because like I said, in the past,
don't you
the
think-
Yeah.
upperclassmen, they nicknamed me Too Smooth. So I was cool with everybody. So
Okay.
it
So you got a
wasn't.
pass.
Yeah,
You got a pass.
All right, too sweet.
too smooth. Out your mouth. It was too smooth.
Another light skin. Too cool, too smooth, too sweet.
Pretty Ricky's what they
Pretty
call
Ricky.
it. Pretty
Nah, that
Chico's what they called you.
I didn't name myself that. They gave me that. You know, all my nicknames I got that I was given.
Too smooth.
He was on the court like, hey, pass me the ball.
That's what was on this warm-up,
Yeah.
warm-up jacket. Too smooth.
Too smooth. That was my Facebook name for a long time.
That's hilarious, bro.
Straight up. Like I said,
Ain't no way Leon Isaac Kennedy is winning any fight in prison. Ain't no way he winning any fights in prison. Come on, that's a fantasy. Caller, welcome to the program.
Hey, I can see him doing his hair combed back with the shag.
Too sweet. Too smooth, right?
hey,
He got the hair.
Right. Hey, but he got to have it combed back with the shag, though. He got
man, almost super fly.
Yeah.
Some people can't go to prison.
Caller, welcome to the program.
What's going on, brother?
What's happening, man?
Is we doing Hater Nation today or what?
We do Hater Nation every Friday.
Yeah.
Well, sure. Let's get to it then. Let's get to it. Well, first of all, DJ don't know nothing about no 72s.
I don't.
No, he didn't go to public
That's
school.
what I just
He didn't
asked
go to
y'all
MPS.
what that was.
Well, I didn't hear it. I was on hold for a brief moment.
I didn't go to MPS.
Well, even if you did, even if your age, I don't think they was doing 72s then when at your age.
They probably just did. You ever get any?
I got some 72s. I got sent home. It wasn't no 72s. It was take your ass home. You couldn't stay.
You know what they did at Dominican? When you got
Wait.
suspended, hold on. At Dominican, when you got suspended, it was in-school suspension.
Yeah,
Right?
well, we had that too. You had to go study home, but then when you got home and you had to get it signed.
Man, my mama never saw. Only time my mama saw 72 is when Mr. Brown jacked me up. That's the only
Man,
time.
I went to Burroughs, so I had to deal with how to deal with. I had to deal with Mr. Brazil.
Ooh.
You say, ooh, that's like dealing with Mr. Fuller.
Well, I tell you one thing at Parkman, you never ever want to be in Mr. Douglas's office. Never ever.
Even our assistant principal, we have Miss Wheeler.
Okay.
Oh, she was a fool too.
Okay. No, I'm just saying. All right. You ever get
Let's get
suspended?
to Hater Nation.
Okay, well, get to Hater Nation.
Yeah.
Man.
So I was having an argument with my guy, my cousin, because he's a LeBron fan, and he's a little older than me. And I thought about it. I said, I got to stop comparing Jordan to LeBron. He ain't even got more rings than Magic.
No.
So so you got to chase Magic first before you chase Jordan. So
No.
I just yes you do. And like Shaq said, you ain't got enough rings to even be in the Laker category. You ain't be Kurt Rambis. You ain't Kareem.
Oh, come on, man. I almost hung up on you, dog.
I'm talking about rings.
You know what, man? We gotta go. You have to call back, man. I have my guest.
I can't
man.
give you no.
Oh, man, I have my
this
guess.
man
Let's go.
said Kurt Rambis.
We need to keep it moving. Oh man, Kurt Rambis. Are
What's
we
wrong
there?
with him?
We good? Brother Kirk Whalum.
Hey, good morning.
I can't hear him.
You got him?
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, thank you.
And your birthday's July 13th?
No, sir, 11th.
The 11th, the day before mine is July 12th.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, we talked last year. I have nothing but mad respect for you, man. You were trying to get that show in last year. Everybody left. We stayed. I think we got about 25 minutes?
Not quite, because I have to go to sound check, but no problem. I was.
Oh no, I was talking about how much time you got in last year when you performed down in Kenosha.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, but that was unfortunate, man. We were very
But
disappointed.
you were determined to do that show, man, and I appreciate that because a lot of people would have been like, "Hey, see ya."
No, we were disappointed, and I'm sure hoping we get better weather today. Do you have? Are you also the weatherman there?
No, man, I've been checking the weather. They do have an alternative though. If there's predicting rain tomorrow, they'll move indoors. So give people enough time to make that adjustment. How you been, man?
Oh, really good. No complaints at all.
What's been going on?
I'm in Ypsilanti, Michigan today.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
You were talking about last year how you brought that band together. They came from all different parts of the country. Is that the same case this year?
Absolutely, yeah. Well, we travel, we don't meet in whatever city that we're playing in, or the first city of a run, of a tour. And so, yeah, they're from just about everywhere. Actually, my guitar player is New Zealand, originally from South Africa, but
Hmm.
she is now on the road doing her own thing, Andrea Lisa. And she's got a couple of really hot singles on smooth jazz radio and whatever formats. So yeah, she's not with me this time. Kevin Turner from Columbus, Ohio, is
Okay.
with me. But
Okay.
Andrea was with us. We played out in California, the southern wine region last week, and she was on that show. So I was able to have her come sit in with us too.
Man, you've been doing it. How we were talking a little bit last year about this idea where jazz is. Where would you say jazz is at this point, and just the whole American music spectrum?
Right, I appreciate you saying the American music spectrum because I don't know how long this music is going to be called jazz. It's
Hmm.
a word that came. A lot of people don't realize that it was actually a pejorative word initially. It was called jazz, like y'all playing that old jazz music, JASS, and that was in the bordellos, primarily in New Orleans. And, but of course, you and I know that, man, so much of culture, whether it's in this country or wherever, is kind of centers around that kind of activity. And, but the music was amazing and always has been, and whatever we call it. We're headed to really, really cool places. Again, I just mentioned Andrea, she's 30, you know, um, Tia Fuller. I'm seeing a wonderful new artist every day. I'm playing a concert with Kayla Waters in my hometown, Memphis. I have a series called Cafe Kirk,
Mhm.
and we just bring people in. We've had, man, Dave Powell, Jonathan Butler, just down the line. But this time we're gonna have Kayla, and I don't think she's 30. I mean, I think what tends to happen is this music inspires people to want to do it, and that's just always going to be the case. I have no doubt.
Yeah, and I think Jonathan Butler is with us next weekend.
Mm.
He's here for Fresh Coast. So,
Yeah, I think we
um,
were there on the same day last time, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong.
okay, okay. So again, I always ask when what can people expect when they go and hear Kirk Whalum Saturday down at the Harbor Jazz.
Yes. Well, so here's the thing. My dad was a Baptist preacher, but he wasn't just any old Baptist preacher. He was a person who he never wore a tie. He just had a rapport with people. He made people feel at home, made them feel comfortable. And I inherited that gene. And so that's what we do. Fortunately for me, I have an instrument I can play pretty good, but it's all about that. It's about making people feel welcome and home, and I'll go back and play stuff from my older records now that I have, over 30 records. And I'll do some gospel chord and jazz. I'll do stuff from my new album, my latest album, which is doing extremely well. It's called Epic Cool. Wait a minute, man. I got my Epic Cool. Hold on. I gotta get my Epic Cool cap. What am I talking about?
Okay.
Yeah, so we actually we yeah,
Oh,
there it
we'll wait.
is. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't be talking to nobody without my Epic Cool cap on. And we do sell these, by the way. So we'll do a combination of things from the spectrum of what I've done, and we'll even right now I have a little viral moment, man. First of all, the song "Do You Feel Me" went
Mhm.
viral, where people are if you Google "Do You Feel Me" line dance, there's like hundreds of videos of young people, old people dancing to that song. And that song was co-written by the great David Porter, who wrote "I'm a Soul Man," "Hold On, I'm Coming," etc. So that's happening right now. So we'll do that. Now we're gonna ask them to get up and dance. And then I have another virality going on right now with the soundtrack of Boys in the Hood. So a lot of people don't know that I played the saxophone on that soundtrack. Like when Ricky got shot on that movie, and
Okay.
the saxophone was getting louder.
Right.
So now there's this meme on TikTok and all over that saxophone's getting louder. So people will take that sound and use it for when they fall off a ladder or something goes wrong. It's not as grave and serious as it was in the movie. But yeah, so we got this crazy, viral moment right now where me as a, as a, you know, OG on the OG side of things, right? So I'm 68. I played that soundtrack 35 years ago, but now all of a sudden it's viral.
And what is your other signature sax solo?
Well, the one most people know, but maybe not know as me is "I Will Always Love You." But I did a whole lot of solos during that era, on Luther and just James Ingram and just a lot of records. Quincy, that was the season when Gerald Albright and I was like we're bouncing like ping pong balls between studios in LA. And but I don't live out there anymore. I live back home in Memphis. But yeah, that's definitely "I Will Always Love You" is one that pretty much even kids know that one that weren't alive when that record was recorded.
And speaking of that, I was watching this documentary on Dolly Parton, and she talked about "I Will Always Love You." And as a matter of fact, I think she wrote that song like 68 or something like that.
Right.
And they showed her performing. And a lot of times when people, we talk about Aretha Franklin did Respect, and it sold more records than when Otis Redding did it. But she was very complimentary to Whitney Houston. She just thought that it was phenomenal the way that Whitney, her interpretation of that song.
Of course, yeah. And Dolly, I played with her too, by the way. But man,
Okay.
she is such an amazing person. I can't. I'm just. I don't think there's anybody else like her. And I wish people nowadays, especially, and especially people down south. I think people assume that everybody's got to be like all austere and many times even racist, right? In that area. But man, here's Dolly Parton like a little flower, man, in that culture saying like, no, I will be the one who factors into uh this craziness, that's going on, and I will be a voice of love and respect. And she loved Whitney. She couldn't believe that Whitney was going to do her song. She's like, what? She's like, Whitney Houston, because she's a country girl. She wrote that song, "I Will Always Love You," Dolly, in on her bus. She didn't really fly much. She was afraid of planes. So she was in the back of the bus where it has her little lounge on a Casio keyboard, like a $40 keyboard, writing that song.
And,
"I
and
will
she said she had
always
wrote it
love you."
because she was separating from Porter Wagner.
She was going through some stuff, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and it was she didn't really know how to process it. I think that song was kind of a gift to him to say, "No, I really do love you. Like
Right.
I gotta go, but here, take this, I mean it."
Yeah, and I think the other thing, I know you're from Memphis, and what surprised me was because I listened to a lot of they call Southern gospel, the white Southern quartets, and
Yes.
when they would have their meetings in Memphis, they would invite black gospel quartets to their national meeting in Memphis.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
kind of free, because it's like this, man. Game recognized game. Musicians. I mean, you watch the Grammys, you'll watch some of the country guys grooving with the rap guys, right? And rap guy, because it's music, man. It's one of those universal things that kind of goes beyond a lot of these constructs of race and regionalism, where people go like, man, that's good.
Well, not to mention, D. Ford Bailey was the black country musician who came up with the moniker Grand Ole Opry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he was black
Mm-hmm.
and he was country, and
Yeah.
he wasn't alone. So, Otis Redding, a lot of those guys, Ray Charles, they grew up listening to country music
I
and
heard a guy
playing and
say that.
singing.
Yep, he said
Yeah,
bluegrass. That's what they heard.
Cannonball I mean not Cannonball, but Charlie Parker, that was his favorite music till the day he died. It's like he
Mm.
he loved country music, and I understand why, because that music is Southern music. It's not, when we say country, we think white, but that's not true. No more than soul or R&B music is uniquely black. I mean, there were a lot of white artists back in those days who they were all in the same boat in the set sense that, poverty and stuff. But of course, don't get me wrong,
Right.
there's a special kind of poverty that Black people went through, and so that's why soul music and R&B developed the way it did, and blues. But I mean, to just draw those hard lines is not wise, because end of the day, like you said, man, we're all human beings.
Well, and I was watching something on Stacks, and there were these three sisters from Alabama, white girls, who did background, and
Yes,
you would
sir.
have thought that they were sisters, right? And I think that you're right that the proximity, the North is different, right? Because the North was so segregated, but in the South, the
Yeah.
segregation was you couldn't do this, but Black folks and white folks lived in close proximity, right?
So,
And the
again,
poverty piece was the universal.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Definitely, it was more so about being po,
Right.
you know.
Right.
And I used to, of course, being from Memphis, but I worked at Stax. I was CEO there for a couple of
Okay.
years, and the Stax Music Academy, man, is still precious to my heart.
Mhm.
Some of those kids are out here killing it. There's an artist right now named Singa B, Sinja, the letter B, and he's a new blues artist, right? So if you wonder what is going on with blues, by the way, it's bigger than ever. He's an artist he's been touring with Tony, but he's an example of a kid who was 13 at Stax, and now he's out here. He's dispensing the Memphis soul and blues in a way that's completely unique. Should definitely check him out. And there are more. But yes, Stax was that place. It was like New York, in Memphis, where if you could make it in Memphis, you could make it anywhere. That's how BB King ended up there. And Elvis, all these people from Mississippi, or Alabama. But they
And I
made
think
it. They made their way to the corner of Macklemore and College Avenue, you know, to try to make it. Maurice White, Maurice White
from
would
Memphis.
live down the street, and he and David Porter were singing in, like you said,
Have
quartet,
you seen the
gospel quartet.
documentary?
I have, man, and I was privileged to know him, and he sang on one of my records. It's like I just am so grateful to use the word Memphis in my life at any
Right.
point.
Well, we got and our proximity to Chicago, where you really get that Memphis, Mississippi sound, where it is still prevalent. It's prevalent in the R&B, it's prevalent in the gospel, to the point that these guys were talking and they were saying when hip hop really broke out, they weren't doing hip hop in Chicago. They were still doing R&B, you
That's a
know.
fact. And
And
the pipeline between, Mississippi to Memphis to Chicago, I mean, there literally is a train
yeah,
you can ride, which I have ridden, from New Orleans, Mississippi, Memphis, and then up to Chicago. And that's our culture, the book, The Warmth of Other Suns by Isabel, I think her name,
Wilkerson.
Wilkerson,
Yep, great book.
really documents it so beautifully
Great book.
that Chicago and eventually, San Francisco, Oakland, and all that, those places are filled with folks from down south. And by the way, you think about, Southern culture, and the way that book documents it, it's like it ends up being the seasoning. Is a there are two Grammy museums. I don't know if they've built a third yet. The one is in Los Angeles, one is in Mississippi. And the reason for that is that there are more Grammy-winning writers, songwriters, artists from Mississippi than any other state. That's because they end up in LA and Chicago and all in Detroit and wherever. Even
'Cause
Motown was filled with Mississippi and Memphis folks.
I was surprised that Britney Spears, Britney Spears, isn't she from not Tupelo, Macomb, Mississippi?
Mississippi. I didn't realize that. I thought she grew up in the St. Louis area, but yes, you're right. It's
Yeah,
all.
somebody because I was surprised with that's where she was. So yeah, it is and in America, especially those descendants of enslaved Africans in the diaspora, we have just the influence that we really had, and
Yeah.
maybe America just became that in spite of all of her imperfections, a great breeding ground for the type of music now that the world really enjoys.
That's a fact, man. That's a
Right.
fact, and I appreciate the fact that you all are celebrating that on WNOV. I got a lobby call. My band's gonna leave me to go to sound check. But
Yeah, I know you had to go, man. So again,
yeah,
Mr. Kirk Whalum, man, it's always great talking to you, man. I mean, you're a wealth of information, man, and certainly, man, I appreciate your spirit. And like I said, I had nothing but mad respect because most people left. And when I saw, hey, the band is out there, we stayed. So appreciate you, man.
well, we're praying for great weather, and hoping that we can say we actually finally played Wisconsin.
All right, man, appreciate you. Mr. Kirk Whalum, he is the headliner tomorrow for the Harbor Park Jazz Rhythm and Blues Festival down in Kenosha. We're getting ready to give away some tickets. So if you want to go, just kind of hang on. Phone line's open 414-444-5250. Kirk, thank you, man.
You're welcome. God bless you guys.
All right. You're listening to Community Voice. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back.
The work we're doing at Veolia is absolutely bringing access to the water for people. To be able to have this job to help keep our rivers clean and our lake clean is the greatest thing I could ask to be doing with my time. It feels good. You're accomplishing something that is truly helping everybody in the community I was born and raised in. Water is our greatest resource. We all need it to survive. Veolia is 100% doing great work.
When we wanted to expand access for folks in need of bikes, we turned to Veolia. The result, the new Veolia EcoPass program that has dramatically increased access to our bike share system for folks all throughout our community, connecting students to schools, people looking for work with employers, the community with parks. Thanks to our partnership with Veolia, Bubbler Bikes is serving more people than ever before. Those are Milwaukee values.
I'm Jim Playstead. I'm the Executive Director of the Historic Third Ward Association and also a resident of the Historic Third Ward. Somebody's got to manage this, right, and care for our waterways and care for the treatment of our waterways. We couldn't do it without MMSD and Veolia. They've just been a great partner as long as I've known them. It's just been an amazing recovery for this body of water. MMSD and Veolia have been a big part of getting that clean and enjoyable for all of us.
We have been in business here for 14 years. I believe the rivers are the cleanest they've ever been. We get lots of people on our rivers in canoes, kayaks, stand-up paddleboards. People are happy to be here, and it's growing every year. We love our partnership with Veolia. They help the kayak company grow. I definitely don't think we would be here without Veolia and MMSD. Clean water is essential.
All right, welcome back. When we get back from the next break, which we're getting ready to take in 15 seconds, we will be giving away tickets to the Harbor Park Jazz.
414-444-5250.
All right. Hey, you listen to Community Voice. We'll take a break and we'll be right back.
When we wanted to expand access for folks in need of bikes, we turned to Veolia. The result, the new Veolia EcoPass program that has dramatically increased access to our bike share system for folks all throughout our community, connecting students to schools, people looking for work with employers, the community with parks. Thanks to our partnership with Veolia, Bubbler Bikes is serving more people than ever before. Those are Milwaukee values.
I'm Jim Plaisted. I'm the Executive Director of the Historic Third Ward Association and also a resident of the Historic Third Ward. Somebody's got to manage this, right? And care for our waterways and care for the treatment of our waterways. We couldn't do it without MMSD and Veolia. They've just been a great partner as long as I've known them. It's just been an amazing recovery for this body of water. MMSD and Veolia have been a big part of getting that clean and enjoyable for all of us.
We have been in business here for 14 years. I believe the rivers are the cleanest they've ever been. We get lots of people on our rivers in canoes, kayaks, stand-up paddleboards. People are happy to be here, and it's growing every year. We love our partnership with Veolia. They help the kayak company grow. I definitely don't think we would be here without Veolia and MMSD. Clean water is essential.
The work we're doing at Veolia is absolutely bringing access to the water for people. To be able to have this job to help keep our rivers clean and our lake clean is the greatest thing I could ask to be doing with my time. It feels good. You're accomplishing something that is truly helping everybody in the community I was born and raised in. Water is our greatest resource. We all need it to survive. Veolia is 100% doing great work.
When we wanted to expand access for folks in need of bikes, we turned to Veolia. The result, the new Veolia EcoPass program that has dramatically increased access to our bike share system for folks all throughout our community, connecting students to schools, people looking for work with employers, the community with parks. Thanks to our partnership with Veolia, Bubbler Bikes is serving more people than ever before. Those are Milwaukee values.
I'm Jim Plaisted. I'm the Executive Director of the Historic Third Ward Association and also a resident of the Historic Third Ward. Somebody's got to manage this, right? And care for our waterways and care for the treatment of our waterways. We couldn't do it without MMSD and Veolia. They've just been a great partner as long as I've known them. It's just been an amazing recovery for this body of water. MMSD and Veolia have been a big part of getting that clean and enjoyable for all of us.
We have been in business here for 14 years. I believe the rivers are the cleanest they've ever been. We get lots of people on our rivers in canoes, kayaks, stand-up paddleboards. People are happy to be here, and it's growing every year. We love our partnership with Veolia. They help the kayak company grow. I definitely don't think we would be here without Veolia and MMSD. Clean water is essential.
All right, welcome back. We do have tickets for the Harbor Park Jazz Rhythm and Blues Festival down in Kenosha. Caller, welcome to the program.
Good morning, you on air.
Okay, I'm just trying to run for the tickets at the jazz show.
Oh, okay.
What do I have to do?
Okay. I need you to follow directions.
Okay.
I want you to go outside, walk around your house 4 times, come back in, talk to us backwards on the radio. Did you hear the Kirk Whalum interview?
No.
Do you know who Kirk Whalum is?
Yeah, he's a gospel singer. No, he's jazz. Right?
Hey, we're gonna have to get the next call, man.
No, you good, man. Go outside, walk around 4 times. When you get back, you'll know who Kirk Whalum is.
Tomorrow. All right. I got
hold on, man. Hold on. He'll get your information, man. Thank you. You need to get these tickets by 3:00 today.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
Okay.
You wildin'. He wasn't supposed to. He didn't deserve them tickets. I'm gonna be real with you. All right, Kurt Franklin. That's atrocious. Keep out here giving passes, Milwaukee. I would have let the next caller, you know what I'm saying, earn their way to them tickets.
I'm good. We gonna change your name. You gonna go from too smooth to too hard.
Hey, this no passes given. We've been running that for 8 years.
All right, we got another call. I'll wait till he gets finished with this, brother. Let me do this.
How many tickets we giving away?
Hey, man, we give them away until we ain't got no more to give away, all right?
Man.
Oh,
y'all
man.
gave away 16 on Tuesday. That's why I was like, are y'all going to have any left?
We need to stop talking, man, because Terrence might try to run through here. Anyway, let me.
That ain't got nothing to do with me.
I heard something this morning. I was watching CNN, and the guy talked about a story. There's a place in Maryland called Cunningham Falls State Park. And at Cunningham Falls State Park. Oh, shout out to Kennedy. Hey, Kennedy.
Baby Kennedy.
They have these rabid beavers, and they're attacking people. Now, the reason why this story caught my attention was that Cunningham Falls is 8 miles.
Rabbit beavers, what they got, rabies?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And angry. There is 8 miles from
like
Mount St. Mary's University. And we would regularly have picnics, Black Student Union, at Cunningham Falls. And as a matter of fact, we would get freshmen drunk and take them up to Cunningham Falls, have them try to climb the falls, and then wait till it gets dark and let them figure out how to get back to the car.
All right.
Cold-blooded.
We didn't have nothing else to do, obviously.
Man, y'all dirty.
Man.
What if you ain't from there? Oh, man.
None of us was from there, Clark.
Rabbit angry beavers. That sounds like a movie. Like I could picture that in a
Cocaine
movie.
Bear. It's Cocaine Bear.
Right. Wait, so you got
which is like what I love Elizabeth Perkins. Cocaine Bear is one of the funniest movies. If you have not seen Cocaine Bear, see based on a true story.
That's what makes it atrocious. That is based off a true story or loosely based.
Loosely based, because and what happened was there was a guy, he was flying over a national park in Tennessee. He had cocaine. He jumped out the plane. He threw the cocaine out the plane. We don't know. People don't know if he died or if he survived. But a bear came upon a package of cocaine.
Oh, and tore it through it.
And she tore it. But she ended up dying of cocaine intoxication.
Well, yeah.
But in Cocaine Bear,
it must have been good.
She was fiending.
She went nuts.
Yeah, man, she went nuts. It is. Elizabeth Perkins really surprised me. She went up. That movie is so funny. But anyway, it just brought back memories when I said we have rabid beavers in Cunningham Falls State Park. And I forgot how beautiful that area is, because there's a lake and there's hills that that was a beautiful part of the country. I thought it was ironic that in both my college experiences, both at American Baptist in Nashville and at Mount St. Mary's, both of these schools were on hills, which I just thought was kind of ironic. It wasn't by design. As a matter of fact, Mount St. Mary's is actually built into a mountain. So, and the land that Mount St. Mary's is on, Chris Abeley's family donated that land to create that university. And he's related to Elizabeth Ann Seton. She's the first American canonized saint. So there was a lot of history out there. And for some of my former firemen, firefighters, the National Fire Academy is at the old St. Joseph's campus, which was a sister school because Mount St. Mary's started off as an all-boys school, all male. And then St. Joseph's was where the girls went. They merged in 1968, I think. Freddie Carter, Mad Dog Carter, was one of the first, if not the first, black student at Mount St. Mary's. So that I just wanted to do that every now and then. That's a beautiful part of the country, though. 8 miles from the Gettysburg battlefield. I mean, it's just rich with history. Caller, welcome to the program.
Good morning. You're on air.
Hey. Good morning, DJ. The protege, my good brother.
Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
I hear you now.
Go on, man.
All right. Let me turn this down, man. Hey, man, this cat said gospel?
Yeah, he's tripping.
Kirk Franklin.
If it was up to me, he wouldn't have got
No.
He has done 2 gospel albums.
I'm telling Mr. Douglas, and I'm telling Mr. Belcher and Mr. Townsend, you going to the office, man.
He did
you going to the office, man.
He did 2 gospel albums, man.
No, you get
Yes, he did. He
man.
did the gospel according to Kirk. 1 and 2 and 3.
Snoop Dogg did a gospel album too. That don't make him a gospel artist.
Exactly. I'm a jazz saxophonist, and he's a jazz saxophonist, man.
Yeah.
Give me my tickets.
Well, he got a point.
Who you in?
You fool.
Now, first of all, ho. You must have went to Parkman because you set up and talked about Mr. Belcher. So
I'm better than the best, my brother. Yeah, I was there with you, the Collins,
okay,
the Wades,
okay,
and all those cats, man.
okay.
Can you dig it, man?
Can you dig
And
it,
I remember
man?
you, man. That's what I'm gonna say about that.
Willie Wazo Jr. posted a picture a few years ago of the brothers precision team. That was Robert Fulton's male drill team. Right.
Right.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, those brothers, man, they were good. But see, at Parkman, we were on a whole different wavelength, man. Our male children, our male.
Really?
Don't get cussed out.
Right.
72.
Our male drill team marched with rifles.
Yeah.
That's right. We sure did.
Yeah.
Because we were the Parkman vanguard. We were the vanguard of the people. And I was
Yes,
telling
we were.
Rhonda this morning, because the class of 76 at North Division is having their 50th year reunion next week. And I would say,
you beat me to it.
Said Carl Strong said that, hey, you went to Fulton to be an entertainer, you went to Parkman to be a militant.
And look what Carl Strong doing today.
Yeah, I know. And he was right. There was a lot of talent.
Yeah.
There was a lot of talent down at Fulton. We had a lot of talent at Parkman, but Parkman was a little diverse. But that whole blackness thing,
we had that, brother.
instead of us being
That was
better,
black and gold, wasn't you?
yes, sir.
Yeah, black and gold, berets, and everything.
And I'm telling you, man, you talking about branding. Your gym suit was branded.
Yeah.
Your bag was branded. Everything
Yes.
was branded. Even your book covers were branded.
So,
Better than the best.
Better than the best, my
Better
good
than
brother.
the best. We heard it 3 times a day.
I
Do
used
do 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 do.
I used to watch y'all drill on the playground. Y'all used to do the
Man, those brothers, man. You know,
we was called.
and speaking of the North Division High School, I really wanted to go to North for 2 reasons.
I did too.
I wanted to play on the basketball team for Mr. Subtle. That wasn't going to
Yeah.
happen. And I wanted to be a booster boy.
Yes, true indeed.
Man, the Booster Boys. Oh, man, the Booster Boys were these were like the coolest dudes at North, man.
Yes, dig it.
They had sweaters. I mean, the Booster Boys was, some of you North Division Blue Devils, y'all listen, call in and tell
Booster
people about
Boy.
the Booster Boys.
Who y'all with boots still?
No, my brother. They was just cold.
You know, I recognize your voice. There's only one person that speak like this. Is this brother Moyer?
Yeah, it is like
Yeah,
this.
man.
Up,
Oh man, you just made my day, man. You just
right,
made my day.
LeBron Way?
No, we used to work. No, we used to work together.
No, were you at LeBron Way?
Oh yeah, I did. I did LeBron Way with Sam Williams coming up in the day.
There you go.
Can you dig it?
Yeah.
But me and DJ did our COA together.
Yeah.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so, hey, DJ.
Yes, sir.
Don't give that cat no pass.
Oh no, he's not getting no pass. I can't believe he let that slide.
They jumped all on that, brother. Nah, brother, that's not what it is, brother.
Hold on. And then the brother say, how do you even interview? hey, Keith, with my tickets, man. I'll be there at 3.
Yeah, he get the tickets.
See, this is
hold on, Jermaine gonna get your
this is why I love all African people all over the world. Did you hear him say he gonna get here at 3? Did we say we closed at 3?
Get here before 3.
No. He said he gonna get here at 3, and the door's gonna be locked at 3.
Yeah, so
hold on, brother boy. He gonna get
man. Okay, thank you, DJ.
Yeah,
I appreciate you, man. Why are we making it so hard, man?
that was you.
Making it so hard, man.
You could
I'm gonna get there at 3.
You could have gave him a hey, what's today?
Shoot,
And then he would say Friday. Boom.
Wait a minute, is this a black establishment? You get here at 3. We closed at a quarter.
Right. We close at 2:30.
wait a minute. So
We close at 2:30.
hey Keith. Hey Keith, tell me this Booster Boy. What is this?
Booster Boys, I don't know. It was just a club that they had there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they were cold, man. They were cold.
No, my mom wanted me to give them a shout out next week, but you already did it.
Yeah.
You know, because that was my aunt class.
Lucille, your aunt Lucille. Yep.
And my mom class was a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So the Frogman, they were from North Division too?
The who?
Frogman or something like that.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I heard about that. That's like back in the 60s though.
Yeah, I shouldn't really be talking about. They're also doing someone told me that the alumni are also doing a scholarship brunch, jazz brunch at the Black Historical Society. I think that's where it is.
Oh, let me ask you a question. So
And my mom is a proud graduate of North Division.
Yeah. For real?
Yeah, class of 53.
I thought she was from Tennessee or down south.
My mom was born in Tennessee. My mom got here in 37.
Dang.
Yeah, she got here in 37. So
That's crazy.
Yeah, all those people. She go back. She went to school with
I knew
Ruben
my sister
Hoffman.
was a graduate.
They go back.
Wow.
Yeah, they go back. Yeah. All right.
So she a Blue Devil just like mama.
Yeah.
Dang,
My Aunt Barbara.
auntie.
My Aunt
Wow.
Barbara Smith is a Blue Devil, proud Blue Devil. Jackie Zeladon, who comes in, her dad is a proud Blue Devil. When you look at it, it was, and when my mama was at North, it wasn't a lot of black people there.
Yeah, right.
There wasn't a lot of black people because there wasn't a whole lot of black people in Milwaukee.
Right.
But yeah, my mom was 53. She was there with Mr. Thomas, Bobby Thomas. Who had the Robbies? She was there with him. I think they were in the same class.
No, my mom, she played the clarinet.
Did she?
Yep, she played the clarinet. She was, I don't know how you do it, how you rank them, but like she was the first. She was the first clarinet or whatever.
Which when I was at Metropolitan as a teenager, we had a huge youth choir, man. Our youth choir would range from about 50 to 75 kids. It was big, a lot of kids, and it was only 2 of us. At that point, who was in private school, myself and Thomas Watley. Thomas was out at Pius, and I think it was maybe 2 or 3 in his graduating class. Me and Kenny Green, number 10. There were only 5 in our graduating class, talking about black students. By the time Gary got there, there were more and more because a couple of things happened. St. John's Cathedral downtown closed. And so a lot of the black students who were still at St. John's, especially the guys, came to Dominican, as athletes. So fascinating little history. Again, phone lines open 414-444-5250. Kirk Whalum did 3 gospel albums, y'all. 414-444.
So did Snoop Dogg. He didn't do 3, but he did 1.
And so did Kanye.
Do that make him a gospel artist?
Okay.
All right.
Let's see. Let's talk about, you were here for Election Central. Were you surprised at the outcome of the election?
Was I surprised? Yeah, I was surprised. What I was surprised about was he didn't win Milwaukee County by that much.
Yeah.
But then, you know, what really gave him the edge was like the Kenosha County, the Racine, and even Waukesha. You know, he had a sizable lead when I was up and watching in Waukesha County.
I was surprised that he that it was so close in Milwaukee County.
Right.
I wasn't Dane County. That's where she's from.
Yeah. So you knew she was gonna have a nice edge.
But I said this. I was and thank you, Michelle. I had an opportunity, our sister station down in Chicago, because this election just took on just national significance just because of the craziness of it. And so when I was talking to a guy, I think his name is Matt McGill and WVON, he has a talk show in the afternoons down there, and we were talking, and I was saying, man, this was so crazy, because when you learn, and just going on the numbers, you know, Crowley only got like a 3% bump
right,
when he got back in the race.
Right.
What Matt was asking me was, so because the governor endorsed him, one, he wanted to know what kind of guy Crowley was. And I was saying, hey, man, you know, David Crowley's down. And to the point that I was talking to, I told him I was talking to a Republican friend of mine, Black Republican friend, Will. And Will was saying the same thing about how, you know, David has this common touch, right? He's good with people. And so the impression that I think people were getting out was that they anointed him, and, you know, why would the governor? Well, first of all, Tony Evers has a 90+% favorability when it comes to Democrats. I was telling somebody those are Obama numbers, right? When you get that, and I think that people were beginning to look big picture. Not to say that Francesca Hahn would not be a great governor, but in order to be governor, you have to be elected. And I think that
but if you vote,
then
people will be elected.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that you still could have people, because I pointed out that, you know, misogyny is real. That there, and I'm talking about some brothers, not a lot, but some brothers who just don't see themselves voting for a woman. And then when you look at the fact that she's Asian, there was a lot that they could dog whistle her on.
I think we just got to get past some of that stuff, man.
We've gotten past it, but you got to remember, everybody ain't us. And I think that's the piece that a lot of people forget. We're in this little echo chamber here on the corner of 20th and Capitol.
To still be talking about, oh, women this and that, and it speaks to the little growth that people have,
right?
When it comes to society, when it comes to perception and ability, and then just the ignorance of people that because this individual is a woman, I'm not going to take her seriously, or I'm not going to vote for her. Not because she doesn't have a resume, or not because of her stance on abortion or data centers, or, you know, this, that, and the third. It's strictly because she a woman. I mean, I don't even have conversations with people like that, just because it's no point.
Well, you're not going to move those folks. That's unfortunate. There is glacial movement towards, we need to get away from this, but it's still our reality, you know. And I was saying,
those people don't represent the the broad majority, though.
I think it's a more significant portion of the population that I don't want to be in denial about where people are, and I said this on Wednesday. It really is about status quo, right? People want change, maybe, or people want different. But when you start talking about radical change, even people who you think might be supportive of that is going to push back. So issues, because there's no real difference. I don't know how David Crowley feels about Thanksgiving, which I thought was just one of those things where I don't know what it became.
But like, who cares about that? And that's
people did.
But, who? I didn't care about that.
You didn't, but you and I ain't everybody.
The people who cared about that were the same people who wasn't gonna get her vote anyway. We cannot keep highlighting stuff that is a non-factor.
It obviously was a factor.
It wasn't a factor. She lost by 3,000 votes. That wasn't a factor.
She lost by 3,000 votes. But wait a minute,
you can't ask nobody what was your biggest gripe
in the
about
polling.
Francesca
She was up
Hahn.
by 18 points.
You cannot ask. But we can't even believe the pollings, and that was
obviously
and that was one of my
points.
When you make what I'm saying is you cannot ask someone who is serious about what is going on in our state, and they tell you the reason why I didn't vote for Francesca Hahn is because she wanted to get rid of Thanksgiving. That you will not hear that from nobody.
You know what, BJ? My job to be prepared is to watch all these newscasts. CNN started off with she wanted to get rid of Thanksgiving. And I'm saying you're right. It's like the trans issue in the last election. Boys ain't playing in women's sports, but it was an issue for some folks. And sometimes in a purple state where the margins are so thin, people are going to use whatever. That one resonated because even with so-called progressive, that one resonated. Now, we understand what she's saying. I agree with her in terms of the history of Thanksgiving. But when people think about Thanksgiving, they have so a lot of times we like to think, well, these issues don't matter. It matters enough.
She didn't lose because of Thanksgiving.
She didn't lose because of Thanksgiving. Why did she lose?
And well, let me just get to what I was going to say originally, which was, was it last week or 2 weeks ago? I made a statement about polling, and I said that, I take these polls with a grain of salt. Now, the numbers were eye-opening, but 2016, 2020, and 2024 have shown us consistently in those years, in those election years, that the polling isn't always what it may seem. Also, you have to take into account just who are these people getting this information from. The election proved that yet again, that we can't always look at the polling numbers and say this is the front runner.
So let me ask this question. Had Tony Evers not convinced David Crowley to get back in the race, was she going to win by 18 points?
I don't know.
You think it would have been close with anybody else?
Yeah, Mandela.
Okay, Mandela was at 18%. And then the whole
but you go into a if. So I'm saying if you're going to go to that if, then I'm saying then David Crowley would not have been in the race, because at the time there was a period where he wasn't in the race. And so the second person right behind Francesca was Mandela. And so I can't vehemently say that he would not have garnered more votes from that time span up until this past Tuesday.
Do you think he would have garnered the same number of votes without the Evers endorsement?
Potentially, because it's like you always say, the distinguished gentleman, vote the name you know. He was a big name.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying that, and remember I told you that sometimes things happen that's outside of the control of the candidate.
We're speaking in hindsight now.
No. We're talking about it in hindsight.
Right, but I'm saying at that time, there was a really good chance for him to garner more votes. If he would have did it or not, we don't know. But I'm saying that the possibility was certainly there, and he had the name recognition enough without Evers to potentially do something that has never been done before.
So why did he stay in the race?
Well, he dropped out for whatever reason. I don't know. Some say it's that scandal.
And it's also, see, we have the polls like the Marquette poll, right? There are people who work for various campaigns and certainly works for the parties where they're constantly polling people, polls you know nothing about.
But you jumping all over the place.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to tell you that what happened was when it looked like Francesca Hahn could win the Democratic nomination, internally there was numbers saying she's going to get killed in the general. And it set off a panic. And that panic was, we need to get somebody else. I mean, that's how it's lining up.
I don't think she was going to get killed in the general.
I'm telling you, that's why the Republicans wanted her to be the nominee, because they knew they could do more negative ads where they'll never get the Tom Tiffany's record because they get so focused on the things that she talked about.
She would have brought up his record.
You think people would have heard it?
Yeah.
No, they would have been talking about Thanksgiving.
And she would have disavowed that, just like she disavowed the defund the police stuff. I mean, what I say as an activist and what I do and say as a political figure are two different things. I mean, we have a person in the office of the White House right now who has said numerous of things as a politician, and they don't hold that to the fire. And so we often talked about the Democratic Party being soft, and this is an election where they can't take that soft road. And if Francesca would have won, I highly doubt that they would have took that soft road. They couldn't.
I'm saying it would be more difficult. And for some people, the numbers matter. Here's the other thing, that it also talks about the generational divide in the Democratic Party, right? Because what Francesca Hahn represents, and in some ways you could almost make that argument, David Crowley, is that these are younger people, right? These are people who are like near 40, under 40. And they have the old guard who, we were talking about it yesterday, how, the boomers don't want to get out the way. And so
i.e. Tom Tiffany. And that's another thing that you could speak to with him, the old guard.
But Republicans tend to be older and whiter.
Right.
So he looks like the folks that's going to vote for him. People that look like us.
It's a lot of young people. I mean, Charlie Kirk garnered the younger generation, the Gen Zers or the Gen Xers and some millennials. I mean, he was a millennial.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's going to get that type of organizational help. Now, he has a lot of money. And I think the Dems are going to pour money in.
Yeah.
I'm looking at
this is a national race. I wouldn't be surprised if former President Obama wouldn't make a stop here in Wisconsin prior to November. I wouldn't be surprised if, the president wouldn't make a stop here in Wisconsin and support.
Tiffany wants him here?
Yeah. He's been supporting them, and he got endorsed by him.
I don't think he would want him here doing the general.
Crazy.
Because it would put him.
That's his support base.
Yeah, but that's his support. But he got to go beyond. He has to go beyond his support base. And I'm telling you that if you brought him in, dude is going to be toxic. Please, I almost called his name. Please come.
Their whole regime.
Please come.
Their whole regime is toxic. They don't care about toxicity. Come on, now the Republican Party is toxic.
Trying to win, you do care about that. There were people who didn't want Joe Biden.
They've won and led with toxicity. There is no way that now they're saying.
But you're not using toxicity the way I'm using toxicity. I mean, what I'm saying is that he will be a drag. Trust me. I'd love for him to come. I'd love for him to come. I don't think Tom Tiffany wants to be in that picture.
He's already in that picture. He voted for him and with him
and
on numerous
the
occasions.
Dems are going to put him in the picture.
Right.
But I don't see the current president coming in really helping Tom Tiffany go beyond his base. I don't see that. And then when some of those
his base is enough, according to him. His
base is enough, but if you look at it, big turnouts favored Democrats.
Right.
Unless, and you gave a X factor, if you have something like Charlie Kirk who went and Joe Rogan, who organized or mobilized 1 million white males who normally would not vote. I don't know, Charlie Kirk ain't here with us, and I'm not sure of that ground game and how many people are going to really stay at home, because the reality is that even those folks, a lot of those folks who would support Tom Tiffany are being hurt by the policies of this current administration.
But they don't care.
What do you mean they don't care?
They don't care because they continue to vote for him.
Okay. All right. You're listening to Community Voice. Phone lines are open, 414-444-5250, 414-444-5250. When we get back, we'll be inside the Protege's perspective. We'll be right back.
The work we're doing at Veolia is absolutely bringing access to the water for people. To be able to have this job to help keep our rivers clean and our lake clean is the greatest thing I could ask to be doing with my time. It feels good. You're accomplishing something that is truly helping everybody in the community I was born and raised in. Water is our greatest resource. We all need it to survive. Veolia is 100% doing great work.
When we wanted to expand access for folks in need of bikes, we turned to Veolia. The result, the new Veolia EcoPass program that has dramatically increased access to our bike share system for folks all throughout our community, connecting students to schools, people looking for work with employers, the community with parks. Thanks to our partnership with Veolia, Bubbler Bikes is serving more people than ever before. Those are Milwaukee values.
I'm Jim Plaisted. I'm the Executive Director of the Historic Third Ward Association and also a resident of the Historic Third Ward. Somebody's got to manage this, right, and care for our waterways and care for the treatment of our waterways. We couldn't do it without MMSD and Veolia. They've just been a great partner as long as I've known them. It's just been an amazing recovery for this body of water. MMSD and Veolia have been a big part of getting that clean and enjoyable for all of us.
We have been in business here for 14 years. I believe the rivers are the cleanest they've ever been. We get lots of people on our rivers in canoes, kayaks, stand-up paddleboards. People are happy to be here, and it's growing every year. We love our partnership with Veolia. They help the kayak company grow. I definitely don't think we would be here without Veolia and MMSD. Clean water is essential.
Jones, DJ the Protege.
And now it's time for the Protege's perspective.
When you're fortunate enough to wake up in the morning, what's the first thing that you do? Do you check your phone? Do you turn on the TV? Do you pray? Our start to the morning is what sets the tone for what we hope to have as a safe and productive day. We all know the saying, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. But how we start is very important. Many of us wake up and take on the day and whatever it brings. No preparation, no plan, no process. Many of us have gotten through many days starting our day this way. Upon reflection, many of us can recall struggling through numerous of days just to get to the next. Then we do it all over again. Each day presents its own challenges, and some days feel longer and tougher than others. To wake up disheveled and not have a process to combat that will cause for an extended period within a chaotic state. Without a process, this state could last longer than a morning, maybe even days, potentially weeks, even months. We all would like to get off to a good start in the morning. I've never heard anyone say, I want to have a horrible start to my day. We all would like positive, productive, and enjoyable days. All things have a beginning. What does your beginning look like? Do you even know? Studies have shown that our mind, body, and spirit responds well to a routine that is kept consistently over time. Develop a morning routine that is suitable to you, your mind, your body, your spirit. A carefully curated routine to start your day will benefit you immensely, as it will prepare you for whatever comes your way.
Appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
414-444-5250, 414-444-5250. For all my folks in Chicago who are listening, it is not Wisconsin. It's Wisconsin. Say it one more time. It's not Wisconsin. It's Wisconsin. There is no Eastconsin.
You know, that was that happened on Family Feud. They said, hey, what is a state that has, is it like a coordinate or what is north, south, east, west? What is that?
Coordinates, directions.
And then somebody said Wisconsin. What did they get on that? Zero.
WISCONSIN. Okay. Wisconsin. How do you pronounce it?
It's Wis. That's why I always get annoyed with people pronouncing Illinois. The S is silent.
Oh, yeah. My grandmother she pronounced Iowa.
My mom said Iowa.
So
Iowa.
Wait. So now I know that the S is silent, but who?
I don't want no buts.
No. I mean, because I need to know this.
Who invented it? I don't know.
Who said that it's silent? Because it's there. So why put it there if it's silent?
414.
That got to be the dumbest thing.
That's the dumbest thing
Hey, no, you big dummy.
You know how many words we got with a silent letter and you talking about?
Oh my God. And then he said it with so much force.
It's there.
Like it should be obvious that it shouldn't be. It is, man.
Why put the S there if you don't supposed to say it?
It's silent.
Do you hear the H in phone?
Why put it there? Just put the P there.
Hey,
did it be pone?
Same difference.
You know what they say? I didn't write the book. I only read it.
I mean, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, make it make sense to me, though.
Thank God for Kennedy. She is a better representative of the Greenfield school system and the education one gets. Hey. Thank you, Kennedy. You're carrying a burden that Rideout has created for you.
But that's why I got kicked out of class, because I had questions to teachers, because they'll say stuff like that.
You're supposed to question.
Silent.
You're supposed to.
And I'm like, hey, excuse me, why is the S silent? Why even put it there in the get-go? You could have just left it out if it ain't meant for me to say it.
It might have to go back to the origins of who founded Illinois, you know.
Well,
and
Illinois is actually that's a
he
nation.
Just said Illinois.
That's a nation. That's the first nation.
And didn't I say that's one of my pet peeves?
But this is what I'm saying. He just said the S.
Right.
But the S is,
he always do.
Why put a letter or a number there that don't supposed to say nothing?
Shout out to everybody who's unfortunately listening to us on YouTube and Facebook. Man. You know, I hope that you all
of aging
aren't infected by Rideout.
I'm just saying, okay. Prime example, DJ.
Oh, here we go.
Like I asked her on Wednesday. I asked Michelle on Wednesday. If an octagon has 8 sides, octopus has 8 arms, why is October the 10th month?
And did she explain it to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, she said that somebody added 2 more months. But who added the 2 months and why?
Hey, if it started,
see what I'm saying?
No, I don't.
Yeah,
because if it started out as the 8th month,
then
and
then
then
from October to something else.
Then what do we have? Then we know.
But October is 8, bro.
Right.
So why is it the 10th month?
So you just want them to change the name? That's all.
No, but what I'm saying is now you do know October was the original 8th month.
Right. Original.
So who decided we gonna add 2 more months? We gonna add 60 more days.
Who created the calendar? Is that the Gregorian? Is that the Gregorian calendar?
Who's Greg?
Probably, yeah. Because and then the Romans got a lot to do with
But I'm saying
this stuff too.
Who decided?
Why is July July?
That part I don't know.
Junio.
Why is July?
Julius
Caesar.
Okay, so
his birthday is in July.
So if they going off of that, who added the 2 other months?
Just Google it, man.
See what I'm saying? Because you going off of that, right? Go off of Julius Caesar and July being.
Caller, welcome to the program.
Make it make sense to me.
I don't know if we can, Jermaine. It's been since Wednesday, and I don't know if anybody can say.
I'm just saying.
Caller, welcome to the program.
Somebody got to answer.
Good morning, you on there?
What up, Pastor P?
What up, man?
What up, DJ?
What up?
Hey, and thank you for that moniker, man. My wife used that now as one of our passwords, so appreciate you, man.
What up, Boxcar?
Hey, Jack. What up, man?
Clark Kent. Who you hitting?
You should call him Caboose. Because he's so at the end of all of this.
Oh, so wait a minute. Before you go, Numa Pompilius is the second king of Rome, and they added January and February. Okay. And they made that around 713 BC.
Wow.
Hey, DJ.
Mm-hmm. What up?
Who gives up?
Hey, I'm with you. I'm just saying.
It's just like getting rid of Thanksgiving. Who gives up? What's up, man? What's on your mind?
Hey, man, little Junebug and little JJ, they went to spend the weekend with their grandmama. So grandmama said, okay, little Junebug, JJ, time for bed. Say your prayers before you go to bed. They said, okay, Big Ma. Went to the room. Little Junebug said, time to say the prayers. JJ said, okay. So Junebug said, God, would you send me a new bike and a PlayStation? So JJ said, why are you talking so loud? God can hear real good. Junebug said, I know, but Big Ma can't.
Very good, very good.
And another thing.
Hey, you know what, bruh?
Yo.
You just made a profound theological point. Some people don't believe in the God they cannot see.
He can hear you.
He can hear you, but just in case,
I need her to hear this too.
Mama, I didn't play.
Big Ma is the backup, just in case. How you been, man?
Oh man, I just got out the dungeon, man. You know.
Yeah, well, good having you out, man.
The only way I got out, wifey said she heard you mention me a couple of weeks ago, and she said, "Oh, he's down in the dungeon," and wouldn't let me out.
Man, I know, man. And it bad, man, when they try to hide you in the attic
Mm-hmm.
when company come by.
Yeah, see, I don't know how to act.
So take him upstairs.
Take him upstairs.
But I told her, next time you got me in the basement for 6 months, I'm gonna whoop you, your and your sister too. Your bald head. Huh?
This cat censored himself.
Hey,
I'm gonna kill you, dig you back up, kill you again, bury you, get you back up, and kill you one more time.
I got another one for you.
All right.
If Elvis Presley was alive today, what would he say?
thank you very much.
Come on, get me up, let me up, get me up out of here.
I don't know if your wife listening, baby. Get him back down in the dungeon.
All right, yep.
Take him on back downstairs.
Man, y'all know that.
You've been out.
Every time I go.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Put it back in the basement.
We gotta go put him back in the basement. Man, you can't get out, man. You get a little sunlight, and man, we got to put you right back in the dungeon. Appreciate you, love you, man.
That's what they say.
Yeah, and you too, buddy. All right, we appreciate you.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, they tell you, you know, to stop while you ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hey,
you know what
I
I'm
started to
saying?
say that. Like, man, you might want to stop right now because you're
Yeah.
winning.
Gamblers can't.
Yeah, they
Gamblers can't.
snake eyes on that one.
They just keep going, man. It's
Hey,
like take your money and go.
Hey, once I hit me a good 50,
Doc, I'm out of there.
oh yeah.
I holla.
I'm gone, man. All right. Hey, y'all, you're listening to Community Voice. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
The work we're doing at Veolia is absolutely bringing access to the water for people. To be able to have this job to help keep our rivers clean and our lake clean is the greatest thing I could ask to be doing with my time. It feels good. You're accomplishing something that is truly helping everybody in the community I was born and raised in. Water is our greatest resource. We all need it to survive. Veolia is 100% doing great work.
When we wanted to expand access for folks in need of bikes, we turned to Veolia. The result, the new Veolia EcoPass program that has dramatically increased access to our bike share system for folks all throughout our community, connecting students to schools, people looking for work with employers, the community with parks. Thanks to our partnership with Veolia, Bubbler Bikes is serving more people than ever before. Those are Milwaukee values.
I'm Jim Plaisted. I'm the executive director of the Historic Third Ward Association and also a resident of the Historic Third Ward. Somebody's got to manage this, right, and care for our waterways and care for the treatment of our waterways. We couldn't do it without MMSD and Veolia. They've just been a great partner as long as I've known them. It's just been an amazing recovery for this body of water. MMSD and Veolia have been a big part of getting that clean and enjoyable for all of us.
We have been in business here for 14 years. I believe the rivers are the cleanest they've ever been. We get lots of people on our rivers in canoes, kayaks, stand-up paddleboards. People are happy to be here, and it's growing every year. We love our partnership with Veolia. They help the kayak company grow. I definitely don't think we would be here without Veolia and MMSD. Clean water is essential.
We always get another example of some people can't do wrong right. Caller, welcome to the program.
Good morning. You on there?
Yeah, hey.
Good morning.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. A little bit. You kind of low.
Okay, now can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. And we was talking about something about a bear. First of all, you guys were talking about the alphabet, the dates and all of that stuff. I tried to find the letter after Z. Took it to a couple of games around, trying to find the letter after Z because I knew if I could find that letter, Officer Z that would fit in our situation, we would be rich for the rest of our lives. And I kind of gave up on that deal. But anyway, you were talking about a bear earlier. I heard something about a bear. What were you talking about a bear?
There's a movie called Cocaine Bear.
Yeah, they said if you ever see me in the forest and tussling the bear, don't help me, help the bear.
Okay, but listen, remember how the Ringling Brothers used to have those dancing bears and those bears that would ride around the circle on a bike?
Yeah.
Remember that when they got away from downtown at the arena? That bear got away downtown at the arena, man, and got down there on 27th and Burleigh. Them niggas went to chasing and shooting at that bear. That bear run up through the yard, knock the kid off a bike, man, and we ain't seen that bike or that bear since. Give me the clippers, man, because that was a good one.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Man, that bear got down on 27th Burleigh, man, the niggas went to shooting at that bear and chasing that bear. That bear went up through the yard, knocked the kid off that bike, jumped on that bike, man, and we ain't seen that bear. But anyway, man, listen here. You guys have a good weekend, man.
You too, man.
Just thought I called in and died.
What the hell? Oh my God! No way! Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
Caller, welcome to the program.
Good morning, you on there?
Hey, Meech, that was the dumbest I ever heard in my life.
Because the bear would have known he was going to get jacked.
Right. Going on Burleigh.
On 27th and Burleigh, he knew there was going to be some trouble.
He should have knew out the gate.
Yeah.
Right. We don't even go to 27th and Burleigh. Right. We live in, we don't even go to 27th and Burleigh. Oh, man. No, Douglas was asking us, I know people are aware what's going on the aircraft carrier, the Lincoln, that's currently in the Persian Gulf. And, man, it's just
from
crazy.
that alone, he should be impeached. From that alone, that is beyond, and the word I was looking for, negligence. That is beyond negligent to have that ship out there for over 100 and something days. And now we got military men who really don't even want to be on there. They're considering other alternatives just so they not experiencing what they're experiencing. It's pretty.
When I heard that,
disheartening to say the least.
World War II deployments on ships were not that long. That just kind of shows you kind of where we are now. They can't leave until the Washington gets there, another aircraft carrier.
How long is that going to take?
Right, because if they do that, they give up. Now, in dude's mind, he's saying they're controlling the Strait of Hormuz. America is not.
I mean, we can't really listen to nothing he say because he talking about the economy is in good shape right now. He talking about affordability is doing really well.
No, he said affordability is a hoax.
Well,
a made-up word by the Democrats.
Well, at first he said that it was doing really well. The economy is good. Now he just said that, but mind you, he ran off of affordability and saying that things were going to be more affordable for America. He ran off this.
Oh.
It's just mind-boggling how these people follow him. And then you know what, right now, you usually don't have good points, but you had a good point. You had a good point.
He punched in the mouth and then
damn. You had a good point when you said, now how is Pete Hegseth buying, having all of these luxury dinners, you know, when we have military men who don't have, you know, adequate food on these ships. That again, that's another slap in the face to these military people who are putting their lives on the line for shenanigans.
Caller, welcome to the program.
Good morning.
Hey, Keith, good morning, man. Hey, Dickie. Hey, Keith.
Yeah.
Your name is Keith, right?
TH, that's correct.
TH is correct?
Yeah.
Okay, now spell it.
Keith.
Nope, IT. I said spell it.
That's the dumbest thing.
No, he got you. He said spell it.
Wordplay.
Yeah, he got
Wordplay.
he
You
did
got
get
it,
you.
DJ.
Yeah, he got you.
Yeah,
I got you, man.
yeah. He got
Wow.
yeah. He did get you.
Wow.
He said, "Spell it."
See?
K-E-E.
You moving too fast. You gotta slow down.
And listen, wordplay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess he got you, Keith.
All right, let's go and read some of the comments.
250 days. Thank you, Zebra.
Yeah, but they have been at sea
Yeah,
for
longer
250 days. I think they did have port.
Yeah.
What that means is they haven't been into port.
Right.
Right. They just been out there
they've
in
been
the
out
water.
on the water for 250.
Yep. And
That's a
someone
long time,
points
man.
out, Douglas is saying there's 5,000 sailors and probably Marines on that ship, but aircraft carriers looks like a small city. That's how huge
Right.
they are. I mean, it's
And
a war that we should not be in the first
Right.
place.
right, and that's what I was about to say. Like, how are we supposed to fight the enemy and our morale is down? Your energy is down. Like you don't have what you need, so you're gonna get your tail whooped out there, and you losing your life over something that you should have never been there in the first place.
I mean, literally, to hear these people go in circles trying to defend this guy,
It's crazy, man.
It's like what George always say. It's maddening. It gets you so upset because it's like, come on now. We could disagree on certain perspectives, but this is just flat out madness. What Michelle used to say, a hot Mississippi mess. This is a hot Mississippi mess.
Do you think that since this happening, how you think the realistic gonna be now?
Well, for the Navy, probably not good.
But he gonna be gone, so it
But they
ain't.
force you though.
And actually, if we can believe, supposedly they've met their quota and some. Now, a lot of times the military becomes an option when the economy is bad, right? So then people look at the military as an option. I have two nephews who are currently serving in the military, one in the Air Force, one in the Army. So I you just sit there and it's just madness. It's just madness, man. I picked the wrong day to quit heroin.
Tell you stupid.
Let me thank Mr. Kirk Whalum. Let me thank Clark Kent. Clark, I know we didn't get a chance for you to do your shout out. Shout out, bro.
Shout out to Big Charlie. Thank you, man. Big Charlie Barbecue for setting us out for Monday, man.
That Election Central banquet was something,
Yes,
man.
thank you, Big Charlie.
All right, appreciate you. Again, Mary Ellen, thank you for the gift, the wonderful gift of music. Thank you. DJ.
Yes.
All right. Apostle.
Bishop.
You almost lost your A today,
No,
dude.
man, I can't lose.
No, what you just said, you definitely lost your pastor. you lost your bishop.
What did I just say?
You picked the wrong day to quit heroin.
Yeah, man, you were supposed to keep doing it.
You whoa. You just said y'all going off the deep end. What time is it? It's time to go. Good Lord, really
Let me
creep
run
on
to the car
ride.
so
Man,
I-
come to my party, man. That's all.
Yeah, we'll
Come
see
to my
you.
party.
OGs tonight.
OGs tonight. Doors open at 6. Party start at 7:20.
It's tonight?
It's tonight. Put on your finest threads, hard bottoms. We're gonna have some fun, man. I wanted to have a space.
Have you all ever heard of Usher?
He won't be there though.
Okay.
Chris Brown, he won't be there neither. But it's gonna be some Brown folks there though.
Let me thank everybody for being part of the program today. Good Lord willing. Creek Don't Rise. Hope to talk to everybody on Monday. Y'all have a safe weekend. Go from this place in peace.